Hello, and welcome to my video. My name is Dimitri Lylan, and I'm the Program Manager working in Visual Studio Tooling here at Microsoft. Today in this quick video, I just want to talk to you about a new feature we're releasing in Visual Studio 2019 version 16.8, so update 8. This feature is all about XAML data binding diagnostics. If you build XAML applications, you're probably familiar with the concept of binding and the concept of binding failures. Well, in this release, we're trying to make detecting failures in this scenario easier. This release notes covers all the details. So this is part of the 16.8 GA release notes that we just shipped recently. And we here cover the 3 experiences that we've added to Visual Studio to hopefully make your lives a bit better. The first one is the failure indicator icon. Developers have told us that it's really hard to sometimes even know that a binding has failed because that information is hidden behind diagnostic tooling today, such as the output window. And we've realized that putting it somewhere in the application would potentially be a very useful thing for developers. They could see that the binding failed right away while using the application. And we've added an icon into the in-app toolbar to do exactly just that. This icon shows that a binding has failed, at least one has failed. If it didn't, it would not be red. And it shows a number of bindings that have failed so that you can use the number as well to maybe learn something interesting about the state of your running application. We've also added a new window called the XAML binding failure window. This window is available through the icon that I showed a second earlier. If you click on the icon in the in-app toolbar, you're able to bring up this window and see all the detailed information about your binding failures. No longer do you have to parse the text of an output window mixed in with other things to see the binding failure information. And we hope that this second level of detail, first knowing that the binding has failed and then being able to see it easily, is something that you will find very useful. We've also updated the live visual tree to include an icon in the live visual tree just in case you're looking there and not at the in-app toolbar, or if you're using a scenario such as Xamarin Forms where they don't have in-app toolbars. With that, I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into the demo. All right, here's my application. This application is exactly the same one you saw in the screenshots. Its only purpose in life as a demo app is to have bindings fail. And here we have quite a few failed bindings. So 32, we can see that from the icon. We can also see the live visual tree that shows the same information. The only difference is you have to highlight the icon here in order to see the number of binding failures. Here we're able to visualize it right in the toolbar. So hopefully this is the first useful step in your kind of XAML data binding journey where you now know that at least one binding has failed. Let's say you want to then jump to the details. So if you click on the failure icon, you get a new window. This window is something you can pin to your application, and you will see all the bindings that have failed in your app while it was running as it runs. So as more things fail, so here I'm going to cause some more failures to happen. As the list goes from in the 30s to in the 40s, more information is available here to find it. And you can do quite a bit of filtering, so you can do searching through this. Let's say you want to find everything that's related to run.txt. So you can type run.txt and we'll filter that down. You can basically filter by any of these columns and we'll find the text and show you all the information. We also show you things like the failure stack. So if there's a stack to be shown, something the output window would once again also capture for you, but hard to see it there. Here you can find everything really easy in this graphical interface. You can sort by any column. You can move columns around. You can copy out the original error. You can reset the columns back to default. So it's a really customizable window to see all that information. And starting with .NET 5, I'm excited to also say that we have enabled Navigate to Code for this. So in the past, for something like that .NET Framework developer, this feature would not allow and still doesn't allow you to navigate to the source code. But starting with .NET 5, you can do so. If I double click here on one of the errors, we'll go straight to where the error failure is occurring to make it easier for you to go ahead and fix the error. So as you see, I can click around and I can navigate between the errors that are happening. If the navigation is available, this icon will indicate that it's available. If the icon is not here, then unfortunately we don't know where the failure happened. We just know that it did happen, and at that point you'll have to manually go ahead and find the error yourself. But at least everything is here, everything is searchable, and we hope that this is a really useful feature. And just so you know, this feature is available for every developer: WPF, UWP, WinUI, and Xamarin Forms. The Navigate to Code feature is only available today, starting with .NET 5, and we are hoping to add it to Xamarin Forms in the near future as well. All right, that's everything I have to show you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.